Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello and welcome to Talk is Cheap. Happy Tuesday. We are at episode 130, you guys. Can you believe it? 130. And we have an amazing show for you tonight. I'm so excited. We have Jim McHugh is back. Courtney Kelly is back. And my co-host tonight, Carolyn Plummer. I'm so excited. She's never been on the show, so she's making her debut, which is, of course, going to launch her career into stardom. And of course, you guys, we have the Chewy Cam. That's right. Chewy's here. Oh my gosh, he is facing the camera. This is like, he never does that. Tom Hoyes, you must be super excited. Chewy is facing the camera. You can see his cute little face and everything. My gosh. Let's see. Peter Bianco says, hello, fellow cheapskates. That's what you guys are. You're all cheapskates. That's right. You're cheapskates. I love that. Tom Hoyes says, hello, everybody. And see, Michelle? You got your wish. You got to see Chewy. Of course, we have Chewy. Chewy is here with our unofficial sponsor, Quiet Moments. Quiet Moments for those times when you want quiet moments. And of course, this is just a sleeping aid. It's a calming aid. I'm sorry. It's just a calming aid. It reduces stress and tension. And so look, does he look stressed? Does he look tense? No, this stuff's working is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, and no, these are not for people. I get asked that all the time. So don't tell my husband. Just kidding. Okay. Sorry. I'm really sorry about that. You ever have one of those days where you're just like a couple of beats behind? I'm having one of those days today, but that's all right. I'm so glad I'm here. I'm so glad you're here joining us. All right, we're going to let sleeping dogs lie. Hopefully he will sleep till the end of the show. That is our goal. And we always notice that Chewy always wakes up right at the end. You notice that? He's like got it timed perfectly. Although there have been some moments when Chewy decided not to wait. But anyway, all right, we're going to let him lie. We're going to get the show started. Thanks for saying hello. If you're here, we want to hear from you. We want to know you're here, but we are going to just get right into it today. That's right. We have a lot to do. And I'm going to bring up my co-host for tonight. She performs all over New England and beyond. She has participated in Comics Come Home this year at the TD Garden with Dennis Leary, you guys, and the Nantucket Comedy Festival. And like I said, now to just make her career, this is probably what she's been waiting for. You know what I mean? Because who hasn't? She's on Talk is Cheap, making her debut. Please welcome the very funny Carolyn Plummer, everybody.
Hi. I just want to clarify. I haven't done Comics Come Home yet.
Oh, okay.
I was scheduled to do it last year. It got canceled because of COVID. I'm scheduled to do it this year. We'll see what happens.
All right. So you guys, Comics Come Home is happening
November 12th.
When is it? November 12th?
12th. Yep.
Well, things should be. I don't want to say anything.
But we'll just wait and see.
It's happening. It's happening. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm not officially on it this year yet, but the whole deal was it got canceled last year, so I would do this year. But I haven't officially been invited for this year, but I
Let's give him a call, Carolyn. That's what we do. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh.
so they
Hey,
just
Scott
announced the date 2 weeks ago, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Carolyn is one of my most favorite. Scott Higgins.
Hi, Scott.
Scott's been on the show a couple of times. He's been here more than once. I think he's been here with Ace. We finally had him on with Ace. They've always been on separately, and then we finally had them on together. And
Right.
that was that show. That show was so fun. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I can show clips from that. Can I, Scott? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I found, because I had done their podcast. I don't know. It was, I don't know, a number of times. And, and I found some things out about Ace that I didn't want to know. And I still have nightmares. Oh my gosh. Anyway, oh sorry, I was just thinking that was really funny. Anyway, let's see. Scott says, Ron and Carolyn, what a 1-2 punch. Yeah, well, we'll knock you guys out. That's what we're about. Oh my gosh. Carolyn, so what have you been up to lately? What have you been up to?
Lots of comedy. I feel like comedy is back full
Mm.
force. I was in Connecticut this weekend at the Playhouse on Park, which was great.
Fun.
They had a children's show going on, so we were on the set of the children's show, which was a little strange, but it was still
So
like a tiny bed. And like
what did that look like? You were doing comedy and there was a children's set behind you, like you were.
no, you were on the set. Because the way the theater is, it's audience on one side, audience in the middle, and audience on the other side, and you're on the ground in the middle.
Oh wow.
So we were literally on the set, the children's set. So it was like a tiny bed and a dresser and a desk. I felt weird. I was in some kid's bedroom telling jokes.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I told the audience, I said, just so you know, I feel a little strange on this set. Just to get it out there. But it was fun. It was a really good crowd.
Oh, isn't that nice? And so the crowds are coming out. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that the crowds are starting to come out? Which is
Crowds are coming out, people are feeling more comfortable, and it's great.
oh, it's nothing like it, right?
Yeah.
To have
Plus,
like
all the summer shows are starting. All the people that figured out how to do comedy outside are starting, but I'm not as excited about that because I had a moth fly into my throat last year when I was telling jokes.
wait a minute.
I have the worst luck. And I had to spit the moth out. And then I had to apologize for spitting in public because I don't do that. It was awful.
Wait a minute. So you're like mid joke. You're like mid joke and a moth like that is.
It flew into my throat. I sucked it in. I don't know what I was saying, but I sucked it in. It hit the back of my throat. All the moth dust came off, and I started choking. So my immediate reaction was to spit it out, which I did, and then it was stuck on the side of the stage. And then I'm like, great, I'm probably gonna die from some moth disease. And one of the other comics on the show Googled it, and he's like, "No, you're cool." I'm like, great.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, that like I would scream because first of all, I'm not like bugs of any kind, but I don't. How did you even hold
It
your
just happened
composure?
really fast. I didn't really hold. I mean, I spit on stage. I spit the moth out, and then I talked about it, and then I had to drink water because I started choking. And then some lady handed me bug spray, and I said, "I think we're past that now, but I appreciate the effort." And I still had 10 minutes left to do.
Oh my gosh, how did you do that? Like, how did you go from there? Like,
I did like 4 minutes on the moth, and then I just did like my closer. That's never happened to me before. Like I've swallowed bugs before, like being out on a boat or whatever, but I've never had a moth fly into the back of my throat.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. I'm so sorry, but like just your story.
It
I
wasn't a huge moth. I want to clarify. It was like a smaller moth, but it was attracted to the spotlight. So it was like I didn't see it until
didn't
it was
see it
too
coming.
late.
I didn't see it coming. No, but I think the funniest thing that you just said was I did 4 minutes on the moth.
I did because I was like trying to recover because it threw me off, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a curveball you're not ready for.
Yeah, I mean, they don't teach you that in comedy school, do they?
No,
No.
no. And you don't have a moth flying to your throat in improv either. You're like, yes, and you know.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Pam says hi. Say hi to Pam. Oh my gosh. Carolyn is a giant in comedy, says Michelle. Tess is Tess is trying to get over the moth dust.
It was gross.
I can't even. I don't think I'd feel. I don't know. I don't want to know. Like I don't know, but I don't want to know what I would do. I would literally probably die on stage because I would probably just choke. Like I would be flipping
Yeah,
out.
I definitely choked. I drank some water and then I just kept
I'd be
going.
like, that is a pro. Okay, don't fool yourself. The moth was attracted to you, not the spotlight. Oh my gosh.
That's probably true too.
That's I don't know who's gonna be able to top that story. I don't think so.
Yeah, so I'm not psyched. I'm glad that there's more shows inside this year.
Yeah, I can see that. You're gonna have to. You'll be ready with like repellent. Like what repels moths?
Mothballs. I'll just wear mothball earrings or something.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they repel a lot of mothballs repel a lot.
Yeah,
I can understand why because
they
they're
stink.
yeah.
I'll just rub mothballs on me before I go out to that gig again.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. Oh my word. Yeah, I know, right? We never wanted to do like outdoor gigs until we couldn't do indoor ones, you know? Oh my gosh. Now, are you a camper? Do you like going camping?
No, I grew up in Wolfboro, New Hampshire, though. So I grew up like near
Oh yeah.
the Lake Winnipesaukee, and I was out in the woods a lot, but I wasn't camping. I was
Mm.
drinking beers or whatever, and going out on boats. Like
Yeah,
not camping. I don't like to sleep in the woods, but I'll stay out there till all hours of the morning. But I don't. I want to come and sleep in my bed.
I get that. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, right? Scott says like now one of my gifts will be Rhonda Corey 100% clean bug spray. I'm gonna have to add that now to my prizes. Oh my goodness. Oh, Carolyn, that is an original story, and I have never heard that before. And I wish it was recorded. Tell me it was. Just tell me it was.
It wasn't, but there were some witnesses. The other comics saw me, and all the people that were in the audience.
But that would be a viral clip. I mean, you know that would go viral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would definitely, and that's how you want your claim to fame is,
Exactly.
oh, she's the moth girl. Like, what I mean? You could be doing like moth commercials and everything, That's, like you had a whole like somebody had to have recorded that. Like that would have been
It happened real like it happened really fast. Like it was just like I was choking. People don't know why I was choking. And then I spit the moth out and then I told them why I spit. And then so it was and it sounds like it literally happened in seconds.
Right.
I was in shock. I was like, what just happened?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't think so, Michelle. She's not gonna do a reenactment of the moth.
I'm not gonna spit on the internet too. It was already bad that I spit in public.
That's right. And we don't have film to prove it, just a couple of other comics. I was trying to see if I agree, Alice. Great story. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. I'm sorry, but that is really funny. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? We're gonna move on to our next segment. No moths allowed. We're gonna bring up Courtney. She is you know her from Cat Country in the Morning with Brian and Kelly and their podcast Coping on the Couch with Courtney and Brian. And of course, she has an inspirational blog that you should check out on CourtneyKelly.com. She's back to help us out to do some spring cleaning of our mental health. Please welcome back Courtney Kelly, everybody.
Hi there. Oh, I even got the little clappy.
Yeah. You're going all out with
Thank
the,
you.
with the audience and everything.
Wow.
The sound effects. That's right. Oh,
I appreciate that.
She loved you. So,
Hi, Pam. It's great to be back. Thank you so much for inviting me to come back to see what's going on.
Well, we love having you here. And so you're going to help us spring clean a little bit for our mental health, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So last time I was here, we were talking about kind of the winter blues and getting through that. Now we're into springtime. And, the thing of it too, like people getting through the pandemic, I think people are kind of reprioritizing things. And also, like you were saying, Carolyn, they want to get out, get to shows, they want to, do some things. And so I think people want to, maybe they're shifting. They want some new goals. They want to look at what they want more of, what they want less of, that kind of thing. So the first thing is making some room for new habits, new goals, new things that you want to accomplish. And sometimes you just need to put some time aside to sit down, maybe do a little journaling or just to have a think about it. So much of what we do is automatic every day. We're just like, okay, I got to run here. I got to do this. I got to do all these priorities and, obligations. And that's great. But we do need to take some time to think about, what we want more of and maybe what we want to cut down on. Maybe there's some people that we want to, maybe they're a little bit negative and we want to talk a little bit less to them. And maybe there's some other people that we want to see more of or activities that make us feel good. So I think that's the first thing is to think about, what you want a little bit different and give yourself permission to think about that,
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Especially like, there are some people that are negative, and isn't it like you become a lot like the 5 people that you're around?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's being aware of that because sometimes they rub off on you. And, sometimes we all have our friends that they can be negative and they're really funny and they're entertaining and all of that good stuff. But sometimes if you're feeling like they're kind of like getting a little toxic, like if they're putting you down or they're putting down your goals and the things that you want to do, then you're like, you know what, maybe we need a little space here. Because, you got just your one life. You want to get out there and do what you want to do. It's already hard enough, right? Fighting our own gremlin voice that's telling us, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? You don't want to have other people feeding into that. You want people to be supportive of you. So that's one of the ways that we can kind of spring clean and get rid of some things that aren't working, add some good things. Another thing is seeking out some nourishment. Just like we want to feed ourselves well, we want to feed our mental health. We want to feed our heads with some good things, like going on and watching videos of you lovely ladies, like things that make us laugh, things that make us feel inspired. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day, like being very purposeful about what it is that we need to kind of move us forward. And, sometimes I'll go on a blog or I'll listen to a TED talk or something. And it can give you a little boost and you think about things in a little different way, or maybe pick up a book. It could be a self-help book. It could be anything that you just read a few minutes a day. And it just, kind of gives you some new ideas because what you pay attention to really does grow in your life. So it's important to pay attention to those things that can help you to feel good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I think affirmations too. Those can be under that as well. Just kind of reading affirmations and thinking about that and kind of putting that those thoughts of the things that you can do. That to kind of get over some of the insecurities that can be helpful as well.
That's affirmations. They seem so like weird and silly or whatever, but I know it's honestly they've helped me because we don't realize it, but we're constantly feeling like we're filling our heads with negative thoughts. I don't know, like I'm always like, and I have to like kind of, flip a page and say, no, that's not true. It's this. Or whatever. So if you have like a kind of a list of affirmations and you read them over and over, or maybe even record them and listen back, like that is really helpful. It does seem really weird though.
It's weird. You're going to be uncomfortable. Like I tell people when I'm working with clients, when we try to do new behaviors or think new thoughts, I'm like, it's not going to feel comfortable because you're used to doing things in a certain way. So pushing yourself to say, all right, let me just try it. Let me just see. And it doesn't have to, it could just be like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but I'm going to try it because I really want to do this, whatever. It could be something that's stepping out of your comfort zone, something that if you have it, if it's something that you're really thinking about that's going to, help you to move forward with something or a passion that you have, then it's like, okay, it's going to be uncomfortable, but I'm going to sweat through it. I'm going to do it. And the more I do it, the more comfortable that I get with it. So, but you're right. I mean, our brains have that negativity bias and we're looking to solve problems all the time. We're not always, focused on the things that, that we're grateful for and the positive things in our life. So that's something we have to actually work at. Our brain does not sit there and perseverate all day on like the flowers somebody gave us, right? We're thinking about that little insult somebody gave us or somebody, did something to slight us. We think about that all day, or the mistake that we made. We sit there and think about that. Our brain's trying to solve it. But if we can shift it and say, okay, maybe at the end of the day, like, okay, what do I want to work on tomorrow? But what did I do well today? And kind of acknowledge ourselves for that. We don't always do that. That's something that we don't practice. So if we can practice that, it can make a difference in, helping ourselves feel better. And it helps your mental health. It can decrease your anxiety, and your moods, when we're feeling kind of our moods are getting low. So
That's
it
good.
can be helpful.
That's
Yeah.
That's
So,
good.
and then, yeah. And the other thing I was thinking of is tidying up our environment. There was a survey. This is the thing. It really does help. There was a survey that 80% of people said that when their environment is neat and tidy, they feel emotionally a lot better.
Yeah.
And so it is true. Sometimes we don't realize we walk by something like our desk or some area that's cluttered. We don't realize how much energy it's taking from us until we clean it. And then we walk by and we go, oh, that feels so much better, So even if it's just a small area to tackle, that can really help you to say, all right, let me just one area, maybe just, where you have your books or something, or maybe near your bed, where you're like a bookshelf or a side table. Just start to neaten up little areas and see how you feel. Because they do say like keeping your environment nice and tidy and organized can really help you to feel a lot better. And it does, you don't realize how tired and fatigued you get when you don't like your environment. So I don't know if that happens to you guys, but I know it happens to me. I got piles. I'm looking at one right now.
I have the same.
Piles, right? They just crop up. I don't know where they came from. I'm like,
I know. Yeah.
Like, where is this coming from?
I hate my countertops cluttered. Like I don't like a lot of things on my counter. And so like, after dinner or whatever, the drip dry, because
right.
I don't know who wipes their dishes and puts them away, but good for you. But
she's not jealous at all.
No. Yay. But mine drip dry because I found that's the best process. And
they say it's good to have a drip dry.
Yeah, I know. Drip dry is great. So, but I hate the things on my counter. I do love everything when it's put away, and it's just like, because it gives you that space.
Right.
And it's
like
true.
Put together, like all set. Yeah.
I think it helps me think better, because I like my little ducks in a row, but usually my ducks are all over the
place.
You don't have to talk about my ducks, Courtney. Okay. Whatever.
Not to shine a light on your ducks, but I'm
not
just
to shine a light on my ducks. Yeah, because a moth might fly into them.
Right, exactly. I got to give you props, Carolyn. That story was really funny. I was like, oh, I would be freaking out. Like,
I did freak out, but then I was like, I'm not done. I have a job.
I'm not done yet. Exactly.
Right?
I have a mission. I'm here for doing my show. Exactly. This moth is not taking me down. Yeah,
that's right.
Right. She's like, yeah.
But I didn't want to swallow it either, so I had to spit it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been worse, I think.
I think so too. It's like, do you have butterflies? No, I have moths.
No, exactly.
All right, I'll stop. I'll let myself out now.
She's like, all set. But yeah.
That's great. Those are great tips.
The last one was gratitude, but we had kind of talked about that. But gratitude can really, if you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, it really does help you with decreasing anxiety. It can help with moods. It can help with all of that, because you start to, like I was saying, you reshift and you focus on things that are working and the things that make you happy. And it can be simple things. I'll talk to my clients like, I used to write a gratitude list, 10 things. It could be like, I love my honey bunches of oats in the morning. Like it could be, I like to pet my dog. Like I'm grateful for, my animals. It can be small, it can be big. It doesn't matter. It just grows from there, and you start to refocus on things that are working. And that can really help you too. So that's, it boosts your immune system too, believe it or not, having gratitude. So, and some people
I like that.
Yeah, some people do a gratitude walk and they start thinking about what they're grateful for. Some people write it down. Some people think about certain things that can help them, think about certain times that they really loved and they're grateful for. So, but that can be helpful too for spring cleaning your mental health.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. All right, so maybe we can have Alex put those tips in the comments. Can we do that, Alex?
Oh, sure.
And that way, so anybody that missed them can go back and go check them out. It's so great. I know Scott says all great stuff. I think so too.
Cool. Thank you.
Good.
And when I'm not slacking, I do put stuff up on my blog. I was doing really good for a while there, but then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I forgot to like put stuff on my blog for like weeks. And then it was like months and I was like, oh my God. So I started again, like once a month, I try to put a quick tip. So I do have some of those tips up on my blog, CourtneyKelly.com, if people want to check it out. Some inspirational stuff. I just do it to help us all to move forward.
Right. And it probably helps you because it kind of reminds you, right?
It makes me do it. Yeah. I go, oh, wait a minute.
That is great. So, all right. So we can CourtneyKelly.com, and I'm sure you have some old.
Oh yeah, I have them
there
for
too,
like a few years now. Yeah,
you can go back and you can guys,
sure.
tomorrow you can go back and check them all out, and you'll be all spring cleaned.
Exactly, spring cleaned. And for mental health, we do have the blog, Coping on the Couch with Courtney and Brian, which we talk about all different mental health topics each week. We do it. We're actually, episode 100 is coming up this week. So I told Brian I want cake.
You need
but I
cake.
said I want a good cake, not like a cheap cake.
Now what kind of, all right. What's your go-to cake? What's your cake?
I'm not fussy. I'm just saying I don't want like, something. I don't want day old from the back of the. And knowing Brian, he might want to save a buck and day old. Now I love Entenmann, but if he starts getting like the day olds,
Yeah.
Maybe
I think 100 episodes. That is definitely either a homemade cake or bakery cake, right, Carolyn?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know K Brada Bakery?
No. Where is it?
There's one in Newton. There's one in Belmont.
Oh, okay. Good one.
I guess it's Wellesley. K Brada. It's delicious. And I don't love cake, but their frosting isn't very sweet. I don't know where you're located.
Oh, I like that.
So, and their carrot cake is amazing if you like carrot cake.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you.
They used to get that at my office.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah. No, we're going. We're going with bakery.
Bakery cake, Brian. If you're listening, 100 episodes. You need. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a special day. All right, Courtney. Thank you so much. We'll have you back because I love you and you're so helpful.
I love you guys.
This is just for me, guys. You're just sitting in on my couch session right now. So, all right, Courtney. Thanks so much. You're always such a gift to talk as cheap. We love you.
Thank you. Have a great show.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Courtney.
She's so good. She's so good. She's so helpful. And it just doesn't that inspire you, Carolyn? Like, I'm like,
well, I've been inspired a lot because my house is a mess and I keep cleaning up little piles and then new piles of mail show up because I'm not home, but I'm working on it.
That's good though. Yeah. That's good. That I know, like I hate mail is paper. Like paper is my enemy. That's what gets me all the time is paper.
Because I put it on the back of the couch. I don't go through it. And then I end up with a big stack and I go, oh.
I know it's going through it because then I have a hard time deciding keep it or throw it away. You know, like my husband will throw everything away. I have to watch
Sometimes
it.
there's a bill in there that doesn't look like a bill, though.
Yeah. Definitely. I know. You got to be careful. You have to be careful. All right. We know him. He's known as Boston's king of crowd work. He also has the big podcast. I know you're familiar with it, Carolyn, because you help him out sometimes with that, right?
We have been doing it together, the Big Comedy Podcast.
The Big Comedy Podcast. He's been featured on Comedy Central, Comcast, Comedy Spotlight, NBC's Last Comic Standing, and currently runs the Boston Comedy Festival. He's entertained U.S. troops and more than 100 bases around the world, in more than 100 bases around the world, or at more than a bit, whatever. We know he's just done it all right, whatever. And he's back. He's back to just elevate his career a little more on Talk is Cheap. Please welcome Jim McHugh.
What's up, McHugh?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Oh my goodness, Jim, we noticed you must have moved because you're
I got a new living room while I was waiting to go on. And I love the attitude of gratitude thing because I believe in that very strongly. And I was thinking that I am also grateful for Courtney Kelly Bedard's Honey Nut and Cheerios. Those, and I also am grateful to be able to pet her dog, which okay, I went too far with that.
just a little too far. Yeah.
And I'm going to show you a picture of her living room.
It got weird.
Yeah, it just got a little, just awkward. I'm grateful that we can move on to another topic. So, speaking of other topics, Jim. So, Jim, you've been on your your big comedy podcast. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, the Big Comedy Podcast, we talk about all things comedy. So it's cruise ship comedy, festival comedy, comedy for the military. And then sometimes it's just about people and we try to make it funny. You know, we had a lieutenant colonel that I met in Iraq on a couple weeks ago, and
Wow.
Colonel Veach, and he was hilarious and fascinating, and it's fun, you know. And what can I say?
I don't know. I don't want you to say it all because
Tune in. You know, we do have a lot of good guests. We've had, you know, Lewis Black, and who else have I had? Other people that you've heard of.
Gary Goldman.
I got to put this week. I got to put Orny Adams up, and
he's so funny.
Other folks that I had up. I had taped a few people during the festival, but the first afternoon of the Boston Comedy Festival, I came down with COVID, so I taped 2 shows in the afternoon and had to go home, like before the first show of the festival. So
that's not fun. But now we know you're good. You're fine.
Yes,
now.
Adam Carolla,
the antibodies.
Yeah. And Gilbert Gottfried on. That was awesome.
Oh wow. That's nice. So can we go back and watch these? Are they?
Oh yeah, in the archives. We got Gary Gulman and lots of people that I knew a long time ago before they were famous, and I have stuff on them. They have to come on my podcast in order just to make that not surface. You know, so that's my key to booking acts is a taste of blackmail.
That's good. That's good.
Are we back to awkward again? Is that what just happened?
No, that wasn't as awkward as the dog thing.
No, that does. Don't bring it back up again, Carolyn. Oh my God.
There's a line.
There's a line. There's a line, and Jim crossed right over it. As a matter of fact, I think he leaped over it and jumped. But that's all right, Jim.
I'm doing my mime dog right now.
What? Okay. You're what? Let's bring Chewy back up. Let's look at Chewy, shall we? Look, he turned around. See?
I don't blame Chewy. Chewy's a good boy.
He is. He's
covering his face. He's ashamed.
He's ashamed. He's ashamed. He's covering his face for all the dogs. Okay, there's Chewy. All right. So, Jim, what else have you been up to? Because you have a room that you do sometimes, McHugh's Comedy Club, right?
Yeah, in Portsmouth, and we're in the process of opening one in Boston, and we do comedy at the City Winery in
Mhm.
Boston. And we're planning next November's Boston Comedy Festival. So we're trying to
Oh,
find
wow.
venues right now that to put shows into. And
Oh,
um,
that's fun.
yeah, I tell you, this year's a little tricky because you go to places. We used to do comedy shows in Cheers. There is no Cheers down at Faneuil Hall anymore. There is, I heard that their Hard Rock may not be there too much longer,
Wow.
and there's a
Oh,
lot of
really?
things that are still, even though we're coming out of the tunnel, I think here, and people are coming out again. A lot of these businesses have had such a tough run. They're not,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
yeah.
You think, yeah, exactly. You think now that, things are kind of, getting better. This is me. This was this was me. These are things. These are the things, and these are them getting better coming through the tunnel, I guess. I'm doing a visual for all of you out there. You're welcome, people. Anyway, um, so yeah, I know when you think they would already be closed if they haven't, they've made it, but I guess not, huh?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's just a lot to recover from.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, nobody went out. We had a curfew in Boston, and then you could just do takeout, and then they lost all of their liquor sales. So they were trying to pay their employees, but they were making like half their income. So the people had to get really creative just to stay in business, and now some of them can't recover from it. It's sad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is sad. And people aren't, I mean, they're still having a hard time finding people to work, you
Yep.
know,
Right.
which is that's mind-boggling to me still, you
I know. I
know,
worked 4 jobs in college. I'm like, I would have done any of those jobs that are out there.
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Well, like our club up in Portsmouth, we have a bartender. We don't have a server. It's like you got to go to the bar if you want to drink. Sorry. And everybody's great about it. They're like, okay, no problem. It's like, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
It's just that boggles my mind because like you said, Carolyn, like I always worked 2 and 3 jobs sometimes,
Yeah.
just to do what just to do what it takes to make it, and so I just don't understand that mentality at all. It's just I don't get it. But anyway, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? I don't know. So, but I know what we're gonna do here. Do you know what time it is?
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
yes,
it's game show
it's
time.
time for the game. That's right. It's You've Got Game Time. And you know what? Today's game is called You Know What They Say. That's right. It's You Know What They Say cliches. But, we can't play a game here without the honorable scorekeeper. And the scorekeeper needs no announcement, but they make us announce anyway. So, the scorekeeper, everybody. Give it up for the scorekeeper. That is awesome. There you go, Carolyn. There you go. Honey Nut
Nice.
Jim, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well
There
done.
you go. You can now you have a name for that would be your comedy tour. That's
Good
Bug
luck.
Off. Bug Off. Yeah, I like it. That's good. You could have like all kinds of like merch with that on there, moth repellent, whatever. That'd be awesome. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to start our game. Of course, you people in the audience are ready to play along. This is going to happen. I'm just letting you know, like the scorekeeper does this all the time. We can't trust. All right, are you ready? What we're going to do is we're going to bring up a phrase. It's a cliche, right? Because you know what they say, and each contestant is a sound move to avoid cheating. And you are going to replace the word or words from that cliche, okay? How do you think you're going to do it this? You think you're going to be good at this?
I don't know, because I can't see the screen and change my name at the same time.
Oh, well, that's okay. Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That's all right. I'll be able to see enough of it.
You'll be able to. Yeah, you can flip back on and off if you need to. But let me tell you what you're playing for to make it a little bit more interesting. Are you ready? This is very exciting, Carolyn.
Very exciting.
Okay. I'm excited. This is me excited.
All right. I figured you are going to be playing for the very coveted Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer. 100% clean comedy, 100% clean and sanitized hands. Its prize is valued at $3,500. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, it's still, it is just because now it's like a thing. So that's why it's valued so high. All right. Are you ready for your first? You know what they say. Clue. Okay, ready? Alex, bring up our first one. You can't judge a blank by its cover. So you're going to type in the word that would complete this cliche. You can't judge a blank by its cover. All right, what is the secret word? Okay, you said is book, Carolyn, as did Jim. Let's see what our audience says. Pam said book, as did Alice, as did Peter, as did Tom. Fran, hey girl, book. All right, if it's not book, that would really stink. But you know what? You're all right. It is book. You are correct. Yay. Oh, wait. That is the correct answer. So right now we have a tied score. Well, there you guys are. What are they? I want to see them. Can we see them a little clearer?
They're Lego people, I think.
They're little Legos. Yes, they're little Legos. There you are, Jim. And
I made it.
Yes, you're a Lego person right now in the Talk is Cheap game. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, look. Oh, you got pet.
Jimmy, you have hair.
Yeah, you have
I
hair.
love my hair. That's it.
Yep. That's
I
awesome.
have lots of hair too.
Look at you. You got long hair and okay. Well, that's good. All right. Let's bring up the next clue. This is just riveting, I can tell. Don't put all your blanks in one basket. All right. You guys are going to play along in the audience. Don't put all your blank in one basket. It's like I have ESPN or something. Oh, you're too funny, scorekeeper. You eat Good and Plenty, scorekeeper? Do you eat them? I don't know. Do you like black licorice? Do you guys like black licorice?
I actually like those.
Do you? I used to eat them.
My grandmother also used to serve Moxie in tiny glasses, and I like that too.
Well, okay. All right. Let's see what our audience says. Fran says, yes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what Pam said. That's what Tom said. That's what Alice said. Scott's going for the leftover Easter eggs, Cadbury eggs. And of course, you guys both said it was eggs. You're all correct. Yay. Okay, the answer is eggs. And right now we have a tied score. So that's pretty.
This is a fierce competition.
This is fierce. This is fierce. Yeah. I didn't make it super hard for you guys because, you know.
That shows what she thinks of us, Carolyn.
No, I want Carolyn to come back. And plus, and you know, usually I meet with everybody ahead of time. So like I didn't meet with you ahead of time. So I wasn't sure what you guys were, you know, what your thing was. So I didn't want to like, you know, famous rap artists for 100. No. Okay. All right, ready, Alex? Let's go. Birds of a feather flock. These are like, you know, not everybody knows these. I actually tested Alex, and some of his answers were hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yes, I should have recorded that. It was pretty funny, actually. Birds of a feather. Let's try to say that fast.
No, because something will come out that's not good.
Okay, yeah, it's a clean joke.
Birds of a feather flock.
Yeah, so you say feather. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. It's really hard to say.
That's
yeah,
a hard one.
It is. All right. So birds of a feather, birds of a feather flock together. All right. Together. Yes, PM has it. Fran has it. Hey, that's cute. PM, Fran. Tom. Sorry, little things amuse me. Alice has it. Peter has it, even though he misspelled it or mistyped it. I'm just kidding, Peter. Miss you, buddy. All right. You are all absolutely correct. All right. I have to do this for me. I just love that. I'm so sorry. It's for me. Okay. Whatever. This is riveting. All right. Alex, let's bring up the next one. The next. It ain't. Oops. Okay. I guess it was. There's more blank, blank, blank to skin a cat. Oh. All right. So we're making it a little harder. Okay. There's more blank, blank, blank to skin a cat. There's 3 words now. How's that? We just up the ante. We're making it a little tougher for you guys. How's that?
As a cat owner, that I'm triggered by this question.
I know. Isn't this the weirdest saying? Like, who was the one that originated this and who's doing that? Like, they should be arrested.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think there should be more than one way to skin a cat.
I don't think there's like who.
There should be no cat skinning ever.
No, they're delicious. That's wrong, scorekeeper. That's just wrong. And never mind. I can't say that. That's not politically correct. So I just have to check myself a lot because I just realized we're not in the car. Okay. We're live on Facebook. All right. Anyway, there is more than one way. And one way to skin a cat is the correct answer. Yeah. I would like to research this. Different fun ways. That's just warped, Scott Higgins. There's 3 ways to do it. Pam, that's a little warped too. I don't know how many ways there are. There shouldn't be any ways. You shouldn't be skinning cats, right? That's wrong. There's more than 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Okay. All right. Well, they're right. And yeah, so that is the correct answer. My goodness. All right, let's bring up the next one. We'll cross that blank when we come to it. We'll cross that something when we come to it. This is, I think my mother used to say this all the time. What is that? What do you have?
That's a brain.
Oh, a brain. Well, that's why I wouldn't know what it was. We'll cross that brain when you come to it. There you go. The correct answer. Funny. Really, Jim? I'm sorry.
The pressure got to me.
We'll cross that street when we come to it.
Well, I ask you this: how many chickens does it? How does a chicken cross the bridge, or why?
How?
I don't know why he crosses the bridge.
I don't know. Is it skinned or not skinned? It depends.
How many ways to pluck a chicken?
Right.
Look both ways, Jim.
All right, let's see. Bridge. Let's see. Everybody, I think, bridge. So everyone got this correct except for Jim.
Shame.
Oh, wow. That's shame. I just shamed you. Isn't that here? Don't worry, Jim. But you're wrong. You're wrong. And everyone else is correct. So far, Carolyn's ahead, and she's after that hand sanitizer is what it is. I mean, you can see her right now. She's like, I'm getting that, because who doesn't want the hand sanitizer? We all do. It's just what
practicing.
It is. She is. I noticed that. I saw that. Okay. All right. Are you ready? This is okay. It ain't over till the blank blank sings. And this is probably not politically correct either. This is wrong. I'm just going to let you know. These are cliches. I didn't write them, people. People long ago wrote these cliches. And I shouldn't be held responsible for skinning cats and this, whatever. Okay.
Mother-in-law.
What is it? It is PC. Okay. Yes, it is. Oh, it is politically correct. All right. Well, look that up, scorekeeper, and you let me know. All right, okay. It is. It isn't over until the fat lady sings is correct. You both are correct. Tom Hoyes has it. The mother-in-law sings. I don't know, Scott. You're worrying me just a little. Alice says fat lady, and so does Peter. Yes. All
It's
right.
not until the fat lady skins her cat is what I got out of this.
That's a new one. Till the fat lady skins her cat and crosses the street.
That's when it's over.
Yes. That's it. Just pleasantly plump. All right. Let's go on to the next one. This is a riveting game. It's one of my best so far. You're burning the blank on both ends. Please do not say cat. I'm just saying because that's wrong. All right. All right. Are you ready? You're burning the candle on both ends. Did you ever I mean, I get it, but why
This
is
is October. I would have said witch, but
so do they have wicks on both ends? I don't know. That's weird. Yes. Fran has it. So does Pam. So does Peter. So does Tom. So does Alice. You're burning the marble on both ends. Just your dad. You can burn marble. No, marbles don't they have filters?
You can pick them off and burn the rest of the thing.
Oh.
camels you can burn at both ends.
Yeah. And what was it? Pall Malls.
Pall Malls, yeah.
Years and years ago, my mom and dad smoked Pall Malls. That's just disgusting. But Alice, you have a dark side, girl. That's just wrong. Alice, I'm really surprised at you. Oh, she's usually so sweet. I don't know. What you're bringing out in her. Lucky Strikes. Lucky Strikes, Scott Higgins says, is another one.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember they used to advertise them on TV? Do you guys remember?
5 out of 6 doctors say smoking is perfectly safe. Where did they have that?
Yep.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Oh, they did.
They made those little filters out of foam rubber, and they were like, "This absolutely protects you from any."
No.
Oh yeah.
Serious? I don't remember.
That's why they have filtered cigarettes, because they sold that as the filter that would protect you from any negative.
And so how'd that work? Yeah, not so great. But I remember the singing cigarette Dorel. Do you remember that? I remember that. And of course the Marlboro Man, obviously. And yeah. Anyway. Jim speaks truth, Scott says. I don't remember. Why don't I remember that? I don't know. And then they had to put the Surgeon General on all the packages. Remember,
That stopped people.
You know, my dad used to say a lot of the guys in the military smoked because if you're in a military thing and they're making you work, they'd say, "Who wants a smoke break?" And they would get to rest and stand aside. And everyone else had to keep working. So naturally, you know, they'd be like, I'll smoke too. You know,
wow. So it promoted smoke.
Kind of. I don't know if that was their intention, but it worked out that way, you know.
But it did. It promoted smoking, right? Because they got a break. That's so funny. I just heard somebody did a joke like that. I don't know who it was. So I can't give credit to whoever it was. So I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry.
There'll be a lawsuit.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's because so many people are tuned into this show and are watching. They have those old cigarette ads at the Smithsonian, Scott said.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, clean teeth. You got an award for clean teeth? The Clean Teeth Award? They have those?
She might be tying that in with the smoking, possibly.
Maybe. Yes.
That I don't want to know. That I'm out. Whatever that was.
I'm out.
That's
a puppet. Is
okay.
What it is.
All right. Okie dokie.
All right. Well, that's to clean your mouth, I think, right? Am I right? Yes. All
I
right.
just want it clear that that puppet did not come out in my square. That's all I want.
All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Alex. Jim, what am I going to do with you? Good things come to those that are
Across the
quiet.
street.
No. Good things come to those that are on the street, on the bridge, with the cat. All right.
Smoking cigarettes.
Good things come to those that wait. Yes. Fran said it's wait. So did Pam. So did Peter. So
There's
did
no way I can close this gap with Carolyn. She's just too far
no,
ahead.
she's crushing you right now.
Yeah, I knew that was going to
Be
happen.
afraid. Be very afraid. Eat food. Okay. All right. You all are absolutely correct. All right. Do. How are we doing? All right. You have a chance. You have just a small chance, but you have a chance.
I don't feel good about it.
Chance if any of these throw Carolyn, but I don't know. She's
Carolyn
pretty.
was on the cover of Cliche magazine, so how does it fit?
I believe it. I believe it. All right. Are you ready, Alex? Now you're blank with gas. Filled? I don't know. Now you're blank with gas. All right. You can't shove anything into a closed mouth. Okay. Now you're blank with gas. Are you ready? Now you're burning with gas?
Well, I was going to try to change it. You caught me.
Yeah. Your face. He saw the answers in the comments, and
I did.
Wow. We should just give him the shame now. The shame. Oh, the shame. No, that's the pain from.
That's tattoo from.
Oh, that's the plane.
The plane.
I was thinking of the pain. Oh, the pain of it all. What was it, Doctor? What was his name? From Lost in Space.
Oh, I don't remember. Doctor.
Well, the plane was Fantasy Island.
Yeah, I know.
That was tattoo.
I'm like, what was, you guys, help me out. Oh, the pain of it all. He was a famous actor too.
Right. I didn't really watch that.
Dr. Smith says Scott Higgins.
Dr. Smith, that is who it was.
Scott is good.
That's right. You guys are good. Scott got it, and so did. That's bonus for you, Dr. Smith and Will Robinson. He always was getting everybody in trouble. You never watched that, Carolyn, huh? Well,
not the old one. I watched some of the new one on Netflix.
Oh no, the old one's so.
I remember the robot.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch it regularly.
I used to watch that probably on
My TV or something.
What was it? It was what was those channels? UFH or something. What was it?
Oh, the UHF channel?
Yeah.
We didn't get that in New Hampshire. We'd watch it at my grandmother's house. We'd watch Banana Splits and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, because you had to have a special kind of antenna to get that.
Yes.
All right, before cable.
We had the antenna that was on the roof and it went cha-chunk.
Yep.
Cha-chunk. So yeah, that's the sound.
You had to have a UHF antenna. We didn't have one.
We were fancy.
My dad was a minister, so we were poor.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, that wasn't a wampum salary, that's for sure. Yeah. Especially back then. Now it's a little. They at least treat the pastors a little better in some.
Depends on where you are.
Depends on where you are. That is very true. All right, we've got one more, so Carolyn can completely crush you. Okay. He can't cut the game. No, just kidding. All right, Jim. Never mind waiting for everybody else to write in the answer. I'm just kidding.
I know. I need some help here.
He can't cut the mustard.
But he can cut the cheese.
Oh yeah, I knew that's actually what my son said. Cheese. No, it is. I'm glad he can't cut the cheese because that's gross. Mustard is the correct answer. You are both correct, but we know who our game champion is. Who is our game champion? Yes,
Carolyn.
it is Carolyn. Woo! Woo, woo, woo.
The major award.
It is. It is. I mean, it is an honor to win on Talk is Cheap. That's for sure. All right. We are going to give you a little hint on who is on next week's show, Alex. All right. On next week's show, next Tuesday, we have as my guest co-host the very funny Dennis Gaxiola. And then talking about his dry bar special that's going to be out this month will be Brian Kahatsu. And coming back is Cassie Rywitch. Remember, she helped us with our finances. So she'll be back and it's going to be a fun show. Join us next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on the Rhonda Corey Comedy Facebook page or on YouTube. You can join us there as well. Thanks so much. My goodness, see, isn't this the fastest hour ever?
It was.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It goes by so super fast. All right, guys, I have to say it and I hate to do it, but episode 130 is officially out. Thank you to the scorekeeper and Chewy and to all you guys for watching. All right, bye. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I will hold, I will hold, I will hold. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing going down. Yeah. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.